Hello everyone, welcome. I just want to quickly run through the major
When I met my mom, the first thing I said was I really hate my father.
for yourself, but I just want to talk about the three major lessons that we need to pick out from that conversation. The first one is reconsider going ahead with a marriage where you are already facing major disrespects. Reconsider going ahead with a marriage that is already showing major signs of disrespect. You see, your value does not increase after you're married. There is a certain level of complacency that happens in the marriage space if you're not careful. So if you are not respected, valued, honored before the marriage, you are likely going to continue or even experience worse than you're experiencing after you marry. Okay, she said when Trude asked her, why did you go ahead with the marriage? She said she did not recognize the signs. So when we come on here in this space, talking about the signs to look out for, talking about the things that you should consider before you go into marriage, it's because it's easier to resolve these issues before you get into the institution of marriage. It even gets much more complicated after you have children within that marriage, because now you're not only thinking about yourself, but you're also thinking about the impact of your actions on the children. So hammer out those differences outside of marriage so that when you get into marriage, perhaps it can become a little bit easier. The second thing I want to point out is it's the question that he asked. And that question is, I've covered the video. I did a 12-part series. If you haven't, I'm going to put up one of the pictures here so that you can.
You've described that he beats you in front of your children. He beats you in the car park in front of the hospital people. He called you stupid and dumb. What made you keep coming back to that marriage?
I don't know.
Find it on my stream of videos, and you can go and you can watch it. I covered 12 particular issues that women have that causes them not to step away from an abusive relationship. And one of the things that she said when Trude asked her was she doesn't know, because you not know why you're staying, because you have no identity. Because when you have an identity and you have your boundaries and all of that, you can pull it and you can identify, why am I staying? Why am I not staying? What are the problems that are to do? So when she says she doesn't know, she's honest, because confusion sets in. There are no priorities. There are no boundaries. Phases of abuses that she experienced, that initially, because abuse doesn't just go into the whole pom 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 pom. It starts, she said, with verbal abuse. We're talking about verbal, disrespectful languages. Look at you. Who do you think you are? Do you think anybody's going to love you? Nobody's going to love you more than I love you. Who's going to see what I saw in you? I'm just managing you. Look at how your legs are. Look at how your nose is. Look at how fat you are. Your tummy is becoming bigger. It starts with verbal degradation, and then it goes into the emotional. And she talks about mental, and then the psychological, and then the financial, and then the physical. That's how it goes. It starts with one and then it leads to another. All of it is meant to disempower the individual. And she said it moved from all of these previous stages, the verbal, the emotional, the mental, the psychological, and the financial. It moved from all of this to physical when she started to fight back. When he would come at her with abusive languages and she would respond with language, he said, oh, you're growing wings now, you want to fly. And then what happens? The pum 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 started. Remember, she met this guy when she was 18. And he married her at 23 after she was pregnant with their second child. Now let that just simmer in there. Just going to leave that there. Like I said, catch the entire story on Trude's page. Now the third thing I want to talk about, which for me is very important, because these are some of the things that trigger even me, even at my age, I still get triggered, is the DV has impact on children. So when you stay in a relationship, because Trude did ask her, and she said she she had to leave. You don't, when you people always say I stayed because of the children, the problem is,
how does this family, your family, your kids, how do you guys start to heal? This is a lot.
I think I still plan on getting a therapist. I think we still need a therapist because we are damaged. We are all damaged.
When you stay, like she said, they're all damaged. Because if she had been able to, if she was strong enough financially and emotionally and psychologically to separate herself and those children from that relationship, they probably would not be where they are today. But look at the whole mess. It's not just her and the ex-husband that are in the big mess. The children, 4 children, 2 of them were spared because she took them with her when she was leaving. But the other 2 that stayed with their father, I don't know the other child how he's coping. But look at the mess that their family is in. Look at the mess that they are in. So it's important that you realize that when you were staying, don't say you're staying for the children. Those children are going to be impacted for life. Do you know what it is for a son to say, I don't want to be anything like my father?
People always tell me, oh, you're having effects that your father has, this agitation on this thing. And I'm starting to reflect on myself because I really don't want to end up like this guy.
Those are stinging words. And that anger, see, I heard somewhere where it said that anger is the cloak that hurt bears itself. And someone who is hurting, one of the ways that they show that they are hurting is by explosions of anger.
I fought with kids everywhere. I went to school, and I kept fighting everyone.
When people are angry all the time, every little thing they're sparked off, there's something deeper that has not been addressed yet. Anger is often a sign of a hurting soul, a hurting spirit. And she said she now understands why people stay. You want to stay because of the kids, but also she acknowledges that she needed to pull herself out of that thing to become stronger so that she could fight the battles ahead. So mothers, it's important, or fathers, because there are women who are also very, very, are the ones who engage in DV. So father or mother, consider separating these children and yourself before you become like her, damaged for life. I hope this helped.